first thing I was really thinking about during the game, and I tweeted it out, there's been all this talk throughout the off-season about the Warriors lacking a second scorer, going after Paul George, going after Lauri Markkanen, and not being able to get those guys and leaving a huge burden on Steph. Well, maybe at least throughout the regular season, the burden won't be as much as what we think it is. Because yes, we can say, oh, well, the Warriors don't have a second 25-point per game scorer. But I'm looking at this roster, I'm looking at what we've seen so far during preseason. And yes, they might not have that guy that's going to average 25 plus, but think about the number of guys on this roster that are capable of going for 15 or 20 on any given night. And it can really come from so many different directions that maybe this is truly going to be like a reincarnation of strength in numbers, where there's not that genuine second star by any means, but there's just guys who can step up on any given night, who can take the scoring load, who Steve can lean on from game to game. It won't be the same guy every night, but we see Moses Moody again, team high 21 points. This is the third time in 5 preseason games that Moses has led the Warriors in scoring. How many, like I'm thinking 7, 8 guys maybe on this roster who can all score, 15 points on any given night. I'm not saying they're all going to average 15 points, but that's what they can give you. We're talking about Steph, we're talking about D'Anthony Melton, we're talking about Wiggins, we're talking about JK. Pods could probably do it. Buddy Hield as well, that's 6. Moses is 7. So that's 7, and that's without including, like, depending on how defenses play the Warriors and what they're willing to give up. We see, Draymond's going to get his open looks from 3 or sometimes at the basket as well. Depending, again, on how they guard guys, like TJD is going to get some looks at the rim. Those guys are going to be capable of 10-plus points. You got guys like Kyle Anderson and GP2 today, both going for 10-plus points. We've seen what Lindy Waters III has done as a shooter when he comes in during preseason, albeit a bit quieter today, didn't shoot the ball as well. But my goodness, like this is a genuine strength in numbers approach where the Warriors have 8 players in this game who score double digits or more. Like absolutely unbelievable. That comes after 6 the other day against the Pistons. And it's quite incredible. And maybe we're not buying into that enough. Now, do I think it's a playoff recipe? Not necessarily, because come the playoffs, game slows down a bit of a half-court offense. I do think the Warriors do need that second go-to guy to take the burden off Steph a little bit. But for the regular season, I think this team is really, really capable of stacking a lot of wins up simply because of the number of options they've got at their disposal. Like, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then you can check out the full episode of the podcast here. Otherwise, make sure to like and subscribe for more Warriors content throughout the season.